All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Brother Kalaya,
Brother Bayan.
coming at you with another lesson. Prior to getting started, we like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to hopefully elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, and this gonna pretty much be a lamb back video on the main lesson we did a little while ago. All right, which was going into the destruction, all right, of this wicked ass place. Okay, known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon. All right, which we know as America, man. All right, North America. Okay, and I'm gonna title this video something along the lines of cleansing the earth of cancer. Okay, because the earth, contrary to popular belief, all right, is being ran under a guise of righteousness. Okay, you have a lot of people that believe that this is the greatest country on the face of the planet Earth. You know, they have a lot of good things to say about America, and majority of those people are Americans, okay, that live here, and people that are joined in with this place. All right, but when you look first and foremost, okay, unto the Israelites to describe America, especially those that are in the know, all right, they would describe this place as a hell, okay, a cancer, all right. Salakia, with the so-called white man as the cancer of the earth. All right, this is just the hub. This is the center of the cancer. All right.
I got a quick one for you.
You got it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, and we're seeing that on our day-to-day lives on these different what do you call it, social media networks. What I'm gonna do, because I feel like I'm looking at my screen more than yours, Salakia, I'm gonna put this like this. That should be good, huh? Yeah, that look a little bit better. Salakia for that. But nevertheless, all right, hey, the wicked are in power, according to Job, the 9th chapter and the 24th verse. All right, and various other scriptures that are identifying who the wicked is, man. All right, and who would be ruling the world, all right, at the end. Okay, and it all points back unto whom? Esau Edom, man. All right, and he's ruling this wicked ass queendom and spearheading basically the rulership of the earth with this wicked ass queendom, man. Okay.
Thessalonians?
You can get that Thessalonians. Yeah, that'll be good.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That's right, man. All right. And we're harping on that word, perdition, okay? The son of perdition. Going into who this devil is, man. All right? When you start to line up different characteristics that are surrounding particular people in the earth, right? You have 18 nations that are on the face of the planet Earth. One of them, all right, is named the righteous, okay? The chosen, okay, nation. And then you have what? The wicked, okay, which goes into Esau Edom. All right, and I want to get that word perdition whenever you got a chance.
This is the blue letter of the word perdition. It's a Strong's G84.
Strong's G684. Apoleia. Apoleia.
Apoleia.
Apoleia. It says in outline biblical usage, destroying, utter destruction of vessels, of perishing, ruin, destruction of money, the destruction which consists of internal misery in hell.
Right, in which we understand that hell is simply a condition, okay, to get that squared away. But first and foremost, we understand that this devil he was destined to be what? Destroyed. Okay, going into Ishashua, right? His name, that's Esau in a Hebrew. Wasted away is he. All right, but also this devil does what? He destroys. Okay, his name is an omen nomen. All right, this devil destroys everything he touches his hands on, man. You got anything you want to add? Let's say?
Yeah, they got some more with
Yep.
in a strong definition. It says from a presumed derivative, ruin or loss, a damnable nation.
Right. The nation of Edom is damned, man. All right, it's damaged, it's ruined. All right, and in return, hey, this devil ruins every place that he has gone. All right, on the face of the planet Earth, he has ruined it. Okay, different continents, different paradises, man. This devil has ruined.
God.
Really, the whole earth he has ruined, man.
The elder like to say, name one good thing that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has ever done. And it's a rhetorical question because it's nothing.
That's right. You know, and what we went into today at camp, we pretty much was going into the destruction of the white man, or the so-called white man. All right, through what? ICBM nuclear missiles. Okay, and it's fitting once you start to read the judgments, which we went into that the severity of the judgment that this devil will receive, for the atrocities that he committed on earth, man. Babakashad, if you can get me I'll get this one real quick, but grab Isaiah 24 and I believe the 4th chapter.
20. What you said?
Isaiah 24.
24
and 4. I'm gonna look at it right quick just to make sure point.
Yeah. And another thing to add too, you got to mention this word because you just backed up. What you said, the meaning of Esau's name, perdition. The last thing in Strong's definition says waste.
Yeah, wasted away is he, man. But I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is the book of St. John, chapter 10 and verse 10, and it reads, red letters: "The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy." You see, and there's more in that particular precept, but that's what I wanted to harp in on, man. That embodies everything that Esau Edom is about. Okay, what does he do when he finds a new land that he's interested in? Whether it's through natural resources such as oil, gas, petroleum, wood, things of that nature, gold, plutonium, uranium. He does what? He kills, then he steals. And ultimately the resolve of that excavation, or I didn't mean to say excavation, basically him going over there to whatever land that is, right, is destruction. He destroys that land. It's depleted of everything. Okay?
I got something for you.
Yep.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 4. It says, "Behold,
yes,
his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all the nations, and heapeth unto him all the people."
That's right, man. It started off with this devil's soul is not upright in him. So he always has an angle, or some sort of trick up his sleeve. Okay, he's never coming straight forward, and being genuine. It's always sideways. Okay, and that's one thing, our people, they don't like to admit that about Esau. They think, just because he's cleaning up the earth, so-called cleaning up the earth, right? That he's doing something good for the what they speak about, the ozone layer, and you got these tree huggers, but they devils, man.
Yeah.
And they actually can't hide being a devil too long. You put him in a perfect position, and those horns are gonna start to show.
God. And if I could add to you, and history explains it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? History explains it all because, specifically, well, it don't even got to be just the northern tribe, but that was the example I was going to bring out. But
Yeah.
any type of treaty or law that Esau did that was so-called to get along with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, he broke the treaty.
That's right.
He recreated the law to just completely destroy you. You know? So this devil has never done anything good, but he has a track record of being deceitful and wicked.
That's right.
The wicked of the Bible,
Hey, he's the king of loopholes, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he put loopholes all throughout the legal system. All right, the so-called justice system.
Yeah.
All right, just for him to escape, so he can wriggle his way out of it, any situation. But
Isaiah.
yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and 4. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish."
Right, and that haughty goes into proud, man. Okay, these devils are proud. I'm gonna let you keep going in that to verse 6, Babakushah, but it's talking about you devils, man. It's gonna further explain. You got it.
It says, verse 5, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant."
That's right. So, there are certain things that the law put in place, which you got to remember that the law is perfect, man. All right? It's not only complete, but it's perfect. Okay? We are the imperfect ones. Talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Just for those who start to say there was a problem with the law. No, we had the problem. Okay? But nevertheless, going back into, this devil's rulership, this devil has transgressed the laws, man. All right? You're supposed to have a land Sabbath. All right? It's certain fish and different animals that we're not even supposed to consume, but this devil mass produces them. He catches them in mass numbers. All right? And ultimately, what it does is you're hurting the earth in ways, that certain people wouldn't even think about. Some people will say, well, who's it hurting that we're taking all the mussels, the clams, and the oysters, the crabs, and the seafood, so-called seafood, right, out of the ocean? But what do you have in return? Filthy, dirty lakes and ponds and rivers, right? They're filthy, Same with, eating swine and shit, man. It's a reason why these different laws, statutes, and commandments are in place. All right, it's not just health benefits. That's the first and foremost, but there's also side effects that come with that, man.
And we know exactly who to point the finger at.
Right.
Again, I brought out in the Proverbs, and you brought out in the 2 Thessalonians 2. And I just want to revisit that because it was a little bit more meat that we forgot to get off. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first." And that falling away first was us falling, from our power, falling from our glory, just for us to know at this point in time that we're in right now, that obviously this couldn't be us, We know exactly who it is. It's this devil, Esau, Edom. But I just wanted to revisit that just to get the rest of that meat off that bone.
Yeah, I intentionally kind of just passed over it. I just wanted to fool with that perdition. And another thing too, Jake been following GMS for a long time, so Jake should be very familiar with that particular precept, man. Hey, we damn near bring that out every other week, if not every week.
Yeah, it's a must-know scripture.
That's right, brother. But you could keep going.
All scriptures is must-know scriptures, but these definitely one of them headbangers that the brother said. But Isaiah 24:6, it says, "Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and a few men left."
That's right. So there's a recompense coming to this devil for what he have done, man. All right, that curse going into the chariots. All right, and also what? The nuclear missiles, man. All right, those ICBM nuclear missiles. Okay, this is a very grave offense that he's that he's done,
God.
and he thinks to himself that he won't be punished for it, man. But we here to tell you, just like we went into the video earlier, there's a grave punishment coming, utter destruction.
It's a precept that roughly paraphrasing, I can't really think of it. Yeah, they basically, it's the thoughts of the wicked, and they basically saying like, surely the Lord is with us.
That's in Psalms.
He doesn't see the things that we do or something like that. Or I might be mixing two scriptures up.
No, I probably have to use my put it all together with us. It might be Psalms. It might not. Don't quote me on it though. I know that's what it says because I just read over it the other day. But let me see. I got two more.
I still got that Job on deck too.
Yeah, that's we might have end on that, man. That's a headbang like the brother alluded to. All right, this is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 20. All right, when you read this is going into Yahushua giving us joint heir, right? Joint rulership with him. Okay, it says chapter 8 verse 20, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willing." No, it's like, let me go down to 19. It's 19. Romans 8:19, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God." Okay, for the sons of Yahweh, man. All right, when the elect, all right, get changed back into those glorious bodies that are fashioned like unto Yahushua's. Okay, hey, we're gonna rule right alongside Yahushua, man, in complete righteousness, all right, in utter judgment, man. Okay, so all of the things that were basically, like it said in that Isaiah 24, the ordinance being changed, and those things will be set aright, okay, through the rulership of the Israelites, man, leading with Yahushua, okay, and then the governing body, right? I think that was it. Yeah. I got one more.
What you got?
What was it? It's in Isaiah 14.
I'm saying
Isaiah 14, and you could actually start at 5.
14:5.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 5. It says, "The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers."
Yeah, ultimately going into the power, man. All right. You got certain scriptures that tell you that the veil is being lifted. All right. And now that the disguise is being revealed, all right, the jig is up. Just like we read in that 2 Thessalonians. Hey, this devil is being revealed, all right, as the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, keep going, and you'll stop at 8.
Verse 6, it says, "He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth."
Right, going back to that Sirach that you brought out. That was Sirach, what, 10?
Which one? I didn't bring up Sirach.
You brought out a precept that was telling, said basically, yeah, it was Sirach. I'm right here.
The people that mourn?
Yeah, the people that mourn.
No, that was Proverbs.
Khan Salakia. I'm thinking about Sirach 10. The wise judge and instruct his people. That's what I'm thinking of. You got it, though.
Verse 7 says, the whole earth is at rest
Yep.
and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
That's right. And real quick, I left this little part out in verse 6. It says, and none hindereth. All right, because if you're helping somebody that wants to be helped, which the earth wants to be helped, all right, the other nations don't know it now, but they will. All right, once we start putting everybody into subjection and this devil get put out, all right, his flame get put out, okay, or this cancer get put out, all right, hey, the other nations are not gonna try to stop us from, putting them out, which they can't do nothing with us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But just, hypothetically speaking, hey, they wouldn't try to basically make the earth sick again.
Right.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
But keep going. No, it says, Salakia, it says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet, and they break it forth into singing. So everything is going back into a tranquil state. Okay? The earth is gonna yield its its fullness, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be refreshed.
A paradise once again, man. Keep going.
Verse 8, it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
That's right. So ultimately going into, in which a fella is someone who basically a lumberjack, all right? Somebody that cut down wood, man. All right, or cut down trees for wood, all right, and for lack of better words, all right, the trees are going to rejoice, okay, the different animals are going to rejoice to know that they're not being hunted, all right, man, these devils hunt shit to extinction, for nothing, to put it on their walls, right, but
they say he's as death, man. That's just something that's just part of his DNA, and you brought it out in what was that, Matthew or Luke?
John 10 and 10.
10 and 10. So like, that's just on his agenda, man. Just to kill,
steal, and destroy. That's it.
That's the recipe of Esau Edom. That's all he's good for.
When you ask any other nation, if anyone, all right, who hasn't been tainted by the Babylon juice, all right, from these other countries, if you were to ask them, all right, give me a brief synopsis on a so-called white person, all right, or in our terms, an Edomite, right? They would tell you the same thing, man. Mm-hmm. He does nothing but kill, steal, and destroy, man. But you got that last precept. I see the time winding down, and my phone gonna cut off, bro. It's just fuckery. You gotta pay for space, storage.
Oh man, so let me just get it real quick.
Yeah, it's insane, bro.
It's the book of Job, chapter 18, and 17. It says, his remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonied at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not Yahweh Bashemel Shah.
That's music, unto the world's ears, all right? Not just us, but the whole entire creation, okay? Mm-hmm. This devil will pollute land, sea, and space, okay? Hey, shit, the dogs are gonna be happy that this damn devil is being put out, man. But nevertheless, that's going into that Obadiah, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. 1,000 years of servitude and then being put out of remembrance. All right, being ultimately vanquished from the earth. Okay. and that'll be a glorious day, man, because this devil he's done some horrendous acts, right? He's done some horrendous acts on the face of the planet Earth, man. But ultimately that's going into that cancer being cured, all right? The earth, the creation is a body, and Edom is the cancer. He is the cancer, man. But you have anything else you want to add?
That's it for me, brother.
Beautiful. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, first and foremost to the hopeful elect, and then those that cling unto the body. Prior to getting out of here, we like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
And the Baba Ball.
Bible ball.